I know you wrote an article, Fact or Fiction. So is Sunday's performance, if we get that from Deshaun Watson, week in, week out, is that good enough to win consistently?
For now, For now, yes. And I try not to hedge with these. I try to be very definitive, and I'm gonna hedge a little bit because the schedule for the Browns is pretty soft coming up. Of course, they got the Giants coming up this coming Sunday, looking like a team that could be picking the top five again in April. Then you got to go to Vegas, which just beat Baltimore in Baltimore, so that's going to be easily the trickiest of the three games. And then you go to Washington. You got to play that defensive front. You got to be able to handle Jane Daniels and Brian Robinson. No easy road games in the NFL, but those are all extremely winnable games. And I think if Deshaun Watson could play like he did yesterday, where he's able to make some throws, lead some scoring drives, and just as importantly, don't turn the football over, they're going to be in a position to win maybe all three of these games. But when you get into the meat of the schedule after that, you got the Eagles after that. You've got the Bengals right after that. You've got the Ravens coming up later as well. That schedule gets tough after this three-game stretch. I know you have Bengals, Ravens, Chargers at home right before the bye week, but those are three very good teams who all still have playoff aspirations, especially with how the Chargers have started the season with Jim Harbaugh as their head coach. So Deshaun Watson's going to need to continue to improve, week over week over week. And the growth he made from week one to week two, I don't think that can be overstated. Just how good it was for the Browns that he looked the way he did. He looked confident. He looked closer to Deshaun Watson we saw in 2023. We know he's a slow starter, and these next three games, I think he's just got to continue to get better. But that kind of Deshaun Watson's not going to be enough to win in Philadelphia. You're going to need him to be great. They're going to need great quarterback play eventually to win some of these big games. But for now, I think you can get away with average Deshaun Watson if he's protecting the football like he did yesterday.